I am no expert in ancient languages. I know English pretty good, or well. I'm not sure which word to use there. I've been learning for the last 10 years Southern, and I have a few dozen Spanish words in my toolbox. But I do know that if somebody opposed to your position makes a claim which is actually favorable to your position, that's a powerful thing, especially if they're knowledgeable about the subject. And we can find this very thing on page 252 of Bart Ehrman's book, Misquoting Jesus, in the Q&A section. It's evident that the self-described agnostic, Bart Ehrman, does not believe that the big claims of the Scripture are true. But from his quotes that I'm reading on this page, it does seem that he would affirm that what was originally written down in the first century has been accurately preserved unto our very day. So what we're reading today was what was originally written, or in his mind, very close to it, because he makes the admission that if he and his Christian teacher, Bruce Metzger, were to sit down in a room and have to hammer out, these are my words, because I'm driving, I don't want to be reading and driving at the same time. If he and his Christian mentor, Bruce Metzger, were to hammer out what was a statement about what the original text said, they would come to very few disagreements, maybe 1 or 2 dozen out of many thousands of places his words. Read it. Page 252 of Misquoting Jesus, the Q&A section. So that's pretty powerful. So although you may not believe what was originally written and what we have today in the Scripture, but at least there's good evidence, manuscript evidence, that what was originally written, we're reading today as we read the New Testament. There are nearly 6,000 existing handwritten Greek manuscripts, 24,000 at least translated manuscripts, and there are thousands of places where the quote-unquote church fathers wrote to each other in the first 3 centuries and quoted Scripture. So there is very powerful manuscript evidence supporting the text we have today. So much so that many have said that if you were to do away with the New Testament based on quote-unquote lack of evidence or early writing, you would have to do away with the history departments of universities around the world. So that's pretty powerful.